fact that she was a single mother, and that really when Helen had her greatest successes, when Woman had hit #1, and that she had, 3 #1 hits in a row, which was nobody had ever done apart from the Beatles. She had 2 young children at the time, and I'm also a mother, and I know how challenging that is, and I thought that was really amazing and fascinating and something that you don't always see. Well, one of the most important elements of being able to create this look in the film that we have is that I got to work with my long-term partner, Dion Beebe. When it comes to a visual style and a visual aesthetic, I think we had, we looked at photos beforehand. Dion sent me a lot of reference material of things that he was thinking about.
And, the fact that it sort of overlaps these sort of, 3 different decades was something we discussed a lot in terms of how we, how you create those sorts of points of difference through these different periods and different sort of locations. So we move from New York in the 60s to LA through the 70s and 80s. The performances is where, the movie sort of really hopefully opens up a lot, and we also get to see, Helen the performer. And I think, Tilda, has been amazing as Helen, and has really sort of, and when you see her, we're really introduced to her as this sort of young single mother in New York, but you really watch a transformation with her, and particularly when she gets up on stage. And the performances have all gone through different iterations, from the sort of small sort of dive bar she sort of starts into, like what we're shooting today, which is our sort of Carnegie Hall, the height of her fame. We sort of then go through Vegas performances. So again, there's a we have, opportunities to sort of have fun, visually and stylistically a little bit with these songs.
The film had to reflect Helen's life, and Helen had a really big life. I think that, to a younger generation, I always talk about how she was bigger than Beyonce in her time. I mean, she was one of the most successful female singers of that era. We've really secured a legacy of what her music and who she is will be about for future people. I really do want people to be able to embrace her story, and she was so loved in her time, and I think that I would love them to fall in love with her all over again.